Ah, are you digging on my grave? By Thomas Hardy. Ah, are you digging on my grave, my loved one? Planting root? No. Yesterday he went to wed one of the brightest wealth had bred. It cannot hurt her now, he said, that I should not be true.
Here, the first voice or the first speaker, a dead woman, hears someone digging around on her grave, planting flowers, she presumes. And so she asks, is it my husband? That's her first guess. Is this my loved one, my husband, coming to plant flowers? A second voice, we don't know who it is, but a second speaker answers, no, it's not your husband. Not only is it not him planting the flowers, but actually yesterday he got married to someone else. He figured, can't hurt you to not be true to you now, and so he's moved on and married someone else. So the first speaker tries again.
Then who is digging on my grave? My nearest, dearest kin? Oh, no. They sit and think, what use? What good would planting flowers produce? No tendance of a mound can loose her spirit from death's gin.
So the first speaker guesses again, and this time she guesses her kin, which means her family. So maybe her children, maybe her brothers and sisters, but it must be her family. And the second voice replies, no, it's not them either. They thought, what's the point in planting flowers? It's not going to bring her back from the dead, and so they haven't come to your grave either. So she guesses a third time.
But someone digs upon my grave. My enemy? Prodding sly? Nay, when she heard you had passed the gate that shuts on all flesh soon or late, she thought you no more worth her hate, and cares not where you lie.
So the first speaker is so confused as to who is digging on her grave that she even guesses her enemy. Is it my enemy plotting against me? And the second voice responds again. No, when she heard that you died, she thought, she's not even worth hating anymore, and she has even moved on. The first speaker is officially out of guesses, and she asks the second voice just to tell her who it is.
Then who is digging on my grave? Say, since I have not guessed. Oh, it is I, my mistress dear, your little dog who still lives near, and much I hope my movements here have not disturbed your rest.
We see this recurring idea throughout the poem of the first voice or first speaker being forgotten. She keeps asking who has come to her grave. Is it her husband? Is it her family? Is it even her enemy? But they all have moved on without her. They all have moved on now that she's dead. So she finally gives up and she asks the second voice to reveal themselves, and we find out it is her dog, her little doggy. She says, my mistress dear, I'm your little dog who still lives near, and I hope I haven't disturbed you with my digging.
Oh, yes. You dig upon my grave. Why flashed it not to me that one true heart was left behind? What feeling do we ever find to equal among humankind her dog's fidelity?
The speaker says, of course, I don't know why I didn't think of it before. You are my one true friend and heart and love that's left in this world. Of course it is my dog. She even specifically mentions there's nothing even among humans quite like a dog's fidelity, a dog's loyalty or faithfulness. Of course it's my dog. They are so faithful and so loyal.
Mistress, I dug upon your grave to bury a bone in case. I should be hungry near this spot when passing on my daily trot. I'm sorry, but I quite forgot. It was your resting place.
So just as the first speaker finishes saying how loyal dogs are, how faithful, of course it's her dog coming to visit her because there's nothing quite like a dog's fidelity. We find out in the final stanza that the dog didn't even really come to visit her. In fact, the dog says, oh my gosh, so sorry. I actually came here to bury a bone in case I get hungry on my daily walks. I totally forgot you were buried here. My bad. I do apologize. So what is Thomas Hardy trying to say at the end of this poem? What is his message or his purpose in writing this? Well, clearly it conveys his very grim and kind of dark sense of humor, and also his pessimistic views on death and life after death. According to this poem, according to Thomas Hardy, when we die, people forget about us. He wants us to know that people move on when we die. The world keeps turning. Our loved ones, our family, our enemies, even our dogs forget about us or move on with their lives after we're gone, at least according to Thomas Hardy.